Hello and welcome to Horror and Monster Collectibles, where today I just want to give you guys a heads up to some of the policies that AmokTime toys have. I purchased this figure from them, new, and it was pretty expensive for what it is. It was pretty close to 40 bucks shipped. And in doing so, I thought I would get like a relatively good condition figure. But I got this. You may think, well, what's wrong with this? So on here, you can see that it's all beat in here. And back here, this card's all bent and crumpled up. The back card, if I can catch it in the light, all that has been creased and folded up. And you think, well, I mean, that's just shipping damage. Well, the thing about it is it's not though, because here is the box that it came in. Look at that. And you can see that the box is just fine. All that damage was done beforehand. And inside the box, it was centered up in the box with, packing material around there. So none of this happened during shipping. They sent it out like this. So I'm an in-the-box collector, as a lot of collectors are. And so I emailed them saying, hey, guys, I got this in, I sent them pictures or whatever. Can we do something about it, trade it out or whatever? No response. So I wait 3 days and send it another email saying hey, I'd really like to kind of resolve this because, it's just kind of crappy to kind of send this stuff out. No response. I'm like, okay, well. So I waited, I don't know, 3 or 4 days past that. And I'm like, you know what? This is kind of irritating me that they just sent this out and then no response at all through email when I tried to directly email the company. And that kind of got me going even more. So I opened a case through PayPal, which I bought this through PayPal. And I said that I bought a new figure and it didn't come in that kind of condition. The box has been beat up pretty good. They responded. Saying that we have a satisfaction guarantee that's 7 days. If you're unhappy, you can send it back, and we charge you the shipping fees. And also that we don't grade package condition. So if you want to send it back, that's fine within 7 days, but you're going to pay the shipping there and the shipping back again, and which is insane to me because this is on them. And I understand that you don't grade package condition, but when a customer orders a new product online, they expect that it's not going to be all beat to hell. I feel like that's a reasonable expectation. I order tons and tons of figures from stores like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and things like that, and I never really get anything that's just beat to piss like this is. And I never really had this problem. And so they're out for, their excuse for being able to send this stuff out is saying that, we don't grade package condition, that's part of our policy that you agreed to. But in my opinion, that doesn't mean that you can just send out whatever you want. You can't, it's not reasonable for a customer to order something new online and expect that it's been kicked or stepped on or stomped or kicked across the warehouse floor or dropped off the back of the truck or whatever and then sent to you, and all that's fine as long as the figure itself is okay. I think that there should be a reasonable expectation that the box is in relatively decent shape. Maybe like a little bit corner or something like that, but not just all beat up. So that was my reply to them. I said that, okay, I emailed you twice about this. I wouldn't have had a problem paying the shipping fees then, even though I felt it was kind of messed up, but you guys ignored my emails. They said that they didn't ignore my emails, that this is the only communication they got from me. I said, no, that's not true. I sent you 2 emails. They said, again, this is our policy. You can return it and pay for shipping. But this is all we're willing to do for you, and we did not ignore emails. So this is all communication through PayPal. So then I copied them on screenshots of the emails I sent. And then they were like, oh, well, okay, we ignored emails. But they still refused to pay for shipping, which is crazy to me. This is their fault. And this isn't a big deal at the end of the day. It totally isn't. It's kind of just the point of the customer service, where any other company will have you taken care of, Big Bad Toy Store and the like. You just never get something that's all beat and bent up and things like that. And it's not uncommon for a lot of us collectors to be in the box collectors. You know, I'd probably say it's about 50% of people who take the stuff out and people who, you know, leave it in the box. I'm an in the box collector. And while you don't grade package condition, it doesn't mean you can just send out whatever you want, no matter how beat up of it, like this thing was set on fire or whatever. As long as the figure's okay by their rules, then they're perfectly okay in sending it out. It doesn't matter what all this looks like, as long as the figure is not harmed. So this could have water damage, whatever, it's on you. So you think you just bought a new figure, you get something that's been set on fire or has water damage all over it, or bent up or cut or ripped, torn, stepped on, whatever, that's on you. Which is insane to me because, you know, look, we paid for a new figure and there's way too many other companies to buy stuff from. So, you know, why would they have these insane policies? So here I am, having to spend money, return shipping this guy back. Again, not a cheap figure, 40 bucks for this is pretty pricey, honestly. But 40 bucks, you know, they expected me just to be happy with this, with this damage, which is, you know, pretty crazy, you know, for $40. Again, if it was shipping damage, you know, then that's one thing. You know, they thought they were sending out something nice and, you know, it got messed up in shipping. Okay, well, that's one thing, you know. But they sent this out like this. Like, hey, you bought something new. Here's like the shittiest one we could find. Here you go. If you have a problem with it, you're going to have to pay for shipping, which is insane. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up to their policy here. If you've never done business with them, this is what you can expect for them to send out. Pretty beat up stuff. And them just really not owning it and just kind of saying that this is our policy, this is what you agreed to when you bought it. But you know what? That doesn't really make it right. You know, again, as a customer, I should have a reasonable expectation that what I get isn't beat all to shit. Yeah, like it may not be perfect or whatever. Like Big Bag Toy Store has like grading stuff where you can get like a correct collector's grade figure where like everything is nice and straight and premium or whatever. Like that's totally fine. You pay a couple of extra dollars, whatever. But the regular stuff that you get from them, you can expect that it looks decent, that it doesn't look beat up, right? I think that's a reasonable expectation. Not to AmokTime toys, which is crazy. So beware when doing business with them that you can expect some beat up stuff, and it'll be on you to pay for shipping back if you're unhappy with it. And that's it, really. I think I'm just doing this rant because I'm kind of tired of these companies. I feel like they've been taking advantage of us collectors, companies like Prime One and stuff. So anyway, it's like rant off. Things getting done way more expensive. Just beware. I mean, this would be a $20 figure because a few years ago I would not count on it. So prices go way up, and customer service and